So we finally have a way to turn human in first cycle, and to do that we're going to need a couple of things. One of the things we're going to need is a mask, and there are two masks you can get in first cycle. It's the Keaton mask and the postman's hat. So to get the Keaton mask you need to clip into the house in the laundry pool, so Cafe's house, and to do that you need a damage source so that you can recoil into the little corner in the laundry pool and clip in. Unfortunately, in the first cycle we don't have a damage source, so we're going to need to use a second file to bring a powder keg through into the first cycle file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in my second file, make progress all the way up to the powder keg trial, and then, as Goron, take the powder keg all the way through to Mountain Village. Now there's an interesting glitch in Mountain Village with the Goron stuck on the cliff, the Goron that gives you the Dongera mask, where if you throw the powder keg up to him and then you either leave the area or reload the area, even though you're not carrying the powder keg, you'll have it in your hands when you reload. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to throw the powder keg up on the ledge, and then I'm going to make my way all the way up to some out of bounds ground up here. And when I'm up here I'm going to store a Song of Double Time, which I'll explain in a moment. But you'll see that because I threw the powder keg up onto that ledge, when I void out and reload the area, you'll see Link has the powder keg in his hands. And I'm going to turn Goron just because it's slightly quicker to backwalk here, and carry it all the way over to the ledge Goron once again, because I'm going to do the glitch a second time. So this time I'm going to make my way over to the owl statue, and I'm going to save at the owl statue. And of course this is going to take me to the title screen. So what happens if I've stored my powder keg but I'm on the title screen? Well, that means that I can load a file again, such as my first cycle file, and when Link spawns in, he'll be holding the powder keg. So here I am in my first cycle file with no progress made, and I've got a powder keg. So I'm going to head straight to the laundry pool, and I'm going to set up the position for the clip into Cafe's hideout. And remember, I have a stored Song of Double Time. The reason I did that was because there's going to be a bit of waiting in a minute, and I want to skip the first day. So I'm going to use my stored Song of Double Time to just skip to night 1. And now we're in Cafe's hideout, which is the place where we get the Keaton mask. However, you can only get the Keaton mask on day 3. The guy that gives it to you is just not here for the first 2 days, so unfortunately we just have to wait 36 hours here. And normally you would get kicked out at 10 PM on the second day, but you can do a trick where you just pause 9 or 10 times, and that's going to allow the in-game clock to advance, but no in-game frames can advance, so it can't kick you out. And once you've advanced enough time, the trigger for the text which kicks you out no longer applies anymore. So once we get to the 3rd day, the curiosity shop guy spawns, and when you talk to him he gives you our Keaton mask, which is one of the key items we need. The other item we need for this glitch is the Lens of Truth, so I'm going to make my way over there right now. I'm going to escape Clocktown by backwalking through the guard. Now I need to get past these snow boulders which block the way to Mountain Village, and there is a trick that works on English and not Japanese, where with the right angle you can backflip just at the right spot over these snow boulders. Once I'm in the mountains, I can make my way all the way over to the Lens of Truth cave. And it's tricky, but you can do the invisible ice platforms as Deku Link, as long as you spin hop. You can just barely reach each platform. After getting the Lens of Truth, there's a shortcut where if you die in this cave, it will take you back to the entrance on the previous map, because technically it counts as a grotto. So I'm just going to use the invisible Skulltula here to quickly kill Link. And the death warp takes us all the way back to here. Now we're going to go back to Mountain Village, And we have the Keaton mask and the lens of truth, which are the two items we need. So I'm going to set up a glitch called ledge down A, and that requires you to grab onto a ledge and then get submerged into water. And luckily these ice platforms are perfect for that. So you do have to actually get submerged pretty far. You can see that Link's going pretty low in the water in some of these sections, and it's not quite low enough. So we're going to have to wait quite a long time to get to the perfect spot. It's all just RNG really. Eventually he'll just be dipped low enough to start hopping and it will trigger the glitch. This ice platform is actually better than the other ones. The other ones are slightly higher in the water. Mr. Cheese had a look and found out that this one for some reason is placed 5 units lower than the other ones. It does make it harder to grab onto, but it makes it far more likely for you to actually get the ledge down A. And when we get ledge down A, you'll notice that the C buttons are all disabled. We can enable one C button by going on a ladder and equipping the lens of truth. Once we get off the ladder, that will stay usable. And if we equip a mask over it, that mask will be usable too. By using the mask as Deku, you'll instantly turn human. So finally, after all these years, there we have it.